What up, y'all? Welcome to Vlog 12 with your boy Randy Silver, becoming a sportscaster. Month 2 of school's done. I'm going to take you through it, montage style, show you how busy I've been, what I've been up to, what month 2 is like. No need to waste time. Enjoy. Let's get into it. Monday morning, 8:45 a.m. Summer break is over. Month 2 classes start today. Business, media, and entertainment. One class. Let's get it. Woo! Let's get it. We're back. Jerk chicken. Get that Jamaican food.
I counted to 7. What is that, 7 miles? 7 minutes away?
7 miles. A little fun to start the video. Now back to our regular scheduled programming, business and entertainment and media. This was my only class from month 2. I loved it. This was really interesting, whole new subject field for me. I was invested in the day-to-day, learning the trends and how the actual business and media is run in the background. The class itself had 5-6 people. It was people from the business industry, at Full Sail, in the music, so it wasn't just sportscasting. We gelled really well, a lot of good conversations. Once a week, we had to get in front of the class to present a news topic we talked about relevant to our industry. So I talked about Barstool Sports getting purchased back by Dave Portnoy. I talked about college football realignment. I talked about ESPN potentially getting sold. All really interesting stuff. Our homework assignments were around that too. I investigated why Tours has failed. I investigated how do I become a SportsCenter anchor. So how do I get myself into the field? What jobs and steps I need to take there? Becoming a producer to get the on-air talent. We got to investigate entrepreneurs and create a whole report on entrepreneurs. So I chose Steve Jobs and gave his whole life story. I had no idea he was the guy who really got Pixar up and going. And then we also got to do a virtual production pitch, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Now we move into integrative learning activities. Today is gonna be mad productive. It's Friday, 9 a.m. and there's 3 classes I'm gonna take today. One of the cool things with Full Sail is they offer general classes so you can learn about different subject matters and tools that maybe you don't get to in your normal classes. The 3 classes I'm gonna take today, 2 hours each. One is around starting a business, how do you get loans, what is a small business association, what is needed for you to be successful. 2 is meditation and anxiety, which I already do a lot of meditation as you all know, and it's great to get a refresher and learn new tools. And 3, to me probably what is gonna be the most vital, is OBS. Online broadcasting service. It's how you do online streaming. Any website that you can think of, you see your favorite streamers around doing video games, sports, whatever they may be talking about. Sorry, it's a loud motorcycle. Probably using OBS. I want to start doing this for my podcast and doing it for ease because everything I've done is Final Cut Pro, takes hours and hours of editing. This will streamline everything for me. So it'll teach me how to do a live stream, or in this case, do a video record, podcast, clips, videos, everything, and be able to have it live, ready to go to YouTube once it's done. So let's dive into it. Let's go have some fun today. In the first one, we really learned how to be an entrepreneur and get your business up and going. What are the steps you need to take, how you can get loans, how you create a business model, understand what your key demographic is. A lot of people at Full Sail have an entrepreneurship mindset, so this is big for them to understand once they're done with school or while you're still in school. How do you get yourself in the business, starting a business, and start making money? Secondly, how to deal with stress and anxiety. This was really cool. I enjoyed this. We learned new meditation tips I didn't know. I do a lot of breathing meditation, but this was next level.
Think about when you were a kid. You would have done this, right? When you were little? You were like, oh.
So how do you meditate moving around? How do you meditate while chanting, which I never do? I was low-key, lightheaded, a little high from doing a lot of meditation. And then we got to my favorite, what I needed, online broadcasting system, OBS. This is how you can stream. I've always wanted to stream. So this is what it looks like from your computer when you start. You have the controls of start streaming, so you can go straight live to YouTube. You either can record yourself, then just upload it to YouTube. You can create different scenes. You can see here I have a bunch of different football, MMA, silver lining, American football. So it gives me the opportunity to create different videos what I want. If you see my YouTube lately, I've been turning out videos and putting them out here. and doing recaps on the weekend games of football, big sports highlights, and so much more. For MMA, we've been doing pre-parties, going live on YouTube, doing watch parties. My homie Jackson, shout out, came in. He's in Sportscaster studio with me, so practicing commentating what we see on television. I've been doing recap videos on the FIBA World Cup every day, going in, having to find highlights, create scripts, get everything up and going, either going live or recording myself. I've been doing the same thing for football recaps midweek and end of week, really trying to just hone my skills and grow my skills. OBS has taught me so much, and I'll put out more in the future, but go check those videos out. Session's over. Hope you enjoyed that. I thoroughly did. That was so good. No class on Friday. I'm so happy I got a chance to go here and do this, learning about business, different meditation techniques, and the OBS. I'm so motivated to go try this at home. I want to start putting out a podcast around football, European football on a daily basis, talking head video news, and then a weekly sports recap video, just around all sports and what I'm interested in. So I want to see if I can go get a video done. I learned the basics, learned the technique. I had studied over the summer break how to do OBS, set it up. This was teaching me even more. So I think I'm ready to go. Let's see if I can go get football roundup started. Woohoo! Another cool part of IL is they have industry speakers come in and speak to students and answer questions and talk about how they got where they're at. And this one, Vanessa Darby on the right, is a entertainment marketer. She worked for multinational radio stations, multinational record labels, and talked about how you can network and get yourself to that point before you're done with school. It was really, really interesting to listen to and take ideas from. One day in the class, we got to tour the virtual production studio on campus. I am a novice in virtual production. I had no idea what it is, so if you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. Virtual production combines physical and virtual filmmaking techniques to create cutting-edge media. It uses 3D engines, game engines, to create realistic sets and then display on a large LED wall behind the physical set, as you're seeing here, using real-time generated capabilities of the game engine. Cameras are synced with the game engine for realism and depth of perspective. The great way to explain it is if you've ever seen The Mandalorian on Disney, the Star Wars spinoff, they use this all the time. That's how they're able to not build a crazy big set for out of the galaxy, go to space, and you can see that it works really well. I mentioned earlier we had to do a virtual production pitch, so after the tour, the homework assignment for the week was create a story that could be filmed in here. I chose Space Olympics. We've never heard that before, really seen it. We've seen space movies, we've seen sports movies on Earth, combine them together. So do the Olympics on the moon, around the space station, things like that. It would be the great equalizer because you're in space. It doesn't matter what type of body you have. If you're physically gifted, if you're not physically gifted, zero gravity, it's all the same. So you could do a Rag to Riches story or anything like that. It's a pretty good idea. They want me to see if I could develop into a 10-page script. I don't have the time or really the knowledge to do a movie script like that. So if you're out there and you want to help me with it, hit me up. I would appreciate it. But this is really cool, right? Another unique opportunity I had no idea I'd get to do is work with the WWE. NXT is our minor league brand. Think of the G League for the NBA. So up-and-comers are able to perform here and then work their way up to the SmackDown and Raw. The WWE Performance Studio is a couple miles from campus, and that's where their whole gym is. They have an arena where NXT performs, and we get to work the events. We're ushers, we deal with crowd management, we check in, help people get back on the buses after events, and anything that they need to make sure that the production is done well. We also get to be seat fillers, which is cool, so you can watch the show go in and out. And it's local, or you can travel with it. We can't take photos or videos there, so I don't have any, but it's an amazing resume builder to put WWE and be able to build those connections and break into the media and business industry. Of course, not neglecting the sports studio. I did about 45 to 46 hours in the studio this month. In month one, I did 64 hours, so I've spent over 100 hours in the sports studio. That's more than 4 days and 2 months in this studio. I love it, learning behind the camera, in front of the camera, production, content creation, everything in between. I really focused on audio this month, so I understand how to do a voice off vo, which probably doesn't mean much to you. How do you do a voiceover to sound over tape to voiceover? How do you put in background music? How do you make sure people's mic levels are good? So I really excelled at that this month. I started poor, I know I did, and then I got much better as I went on. Also had the opportunity to work on the Charlie Weiss podcast, No Excuses, be production staff there. Again, something for the resume, and meet someone who is a legend in the college football NFL game as a coach. Lastly, PGA Tour Live. What up, y'all? 8:30 a.m. Sunday morning, and I have a really cool opportunity to go shadow a PGA Tour event. Not actually at the golf course, the production studio that they have here in St. Augustine, Florida, 2 hours from Orlando. Renting a car, driving up. Let's go check it out. We made it, baby. World Golf Hall of Fame. This is where the magic happens. PGA Tour Live, for whatever streaming service or television they're producing for, it's all done right here in 7 trailers. They're building the media studio at the World Golf Hall of Fame. It's not done yet, so they're in these studios, stock photos. You can't take photos inside there, but it's this tight, it's this cramped, and it's all production. So it's crazy to sit there and watch. I've never been around the live television production before, so to see what the director does, producer does, graphics person, switchboard, all of it all together. So it's taking what I learned in the sports studio and seeing it live so I can understand what it'll be like when I'm out there and I want to be behind the camera, front of the camera, what it takes to produce live television. The reason I had the opportunity, Eric Rutledge, one of the professors for the Sportscasting program, the one I'll be taking next month, Intro to Sportscasting, is a director for the PGA Tour. He takes students every month to go there, so he took me early because the PGA Tour is ending. What a cool opportunity. On the way home, I drove by Buc-ee's, so I had to pull over and see it. It lived up to the hype. Southern legend. For us West Coasters, we have In-N-Out. Southerners, they have Buc-ee's. It's a gas station convenience store on steroids. Stay tuned for this vlog. You don't want to miss it. I hope you all enjoyed. What a crazy month. I'm so busy, and it's about to get busier. When Mary moves here, let's go. Can't wait, because we're going to be finding a place to live while going through school, and I'm in my first sports-specific class, Intro to Sportscasting. Let's go. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's get it. Until next week, y'all. See you on the vlog.